The Knicks post-game show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. The Knicks pretty much led all the way until the final stages. Kelly Oubre for three. Sixers took a 4-point lead down the stretch, but tied at 102. It's Jalen Brunson. Who else? For three. Got the roll. Brunson 14 in the fourth, scores 11 of the Knicks' final 13. And the Knicks prevail, hanging on to beat the Sixers 110-105. Great to have you with us, Bill Pito, along with Wally Zerbiak, who helped call the game on the radio on ESPN New York. Maybe a little bit closer than we all expected. Knicks were up by 19 in the first half. Sixers were up 4-2 and then didn't lead until the final minutes. But, hey, Jalen Brunson again won the game for the Knicks.
Completely bailed the Knicks out. The momentum completely swung to the Philadelphia 76ers. They dominated the fourth quarter. The Knicks had terrible possessions offensively most of that fourth quarter until Jalen Brunson drew a couple huge fouls to get himself to the free throw line, just put a couple points on the board, hang in there in this game. They were down 4. The Knicks were under 3 minutes. And what does Jalen Brunson do? Gets a couple layups, gets a couple tough buckets, and when the momentum started to swing back the Knicks' way, he takes a really tough, huge three, knocks it down, gets the roll when it rattled almost in and out. Remember, the previous possession, Maxi's three rattled in and out. Brunson stayed in. He is as good as it gets when it comes to closing games, and it's nice to have a guy like that on your team, because if you don't have a guy that clutch, the Knicks lose this game every day of the week.
Brunson at one point scored 11 straight points in the fourth quarter, and I mentioned 11 of the Knicks' final 13 points. Knicks up double digits early in the fourth. They had to pull it out. No Joel Embiid, no Karl-Anthony Towns, and the Knicks had to pull it out.
Yeah, it was a very stagnant quarter for the Knicks, and Paul George started to get going. Tyrese Maxey started the game 2 for 10, still got to 30 points. The Knicks struggled to stop him. This one, Kelly Oubre, big three, blowing kisses to the Knicks bench. Boy, that's got to be annoying, and obviously it annoyed Jalen Brunson because he came back with the answers, cutting the lead to 2. Oh, that tied the game at 102, and that was the big shot. Tyrese Maxey is like, really? This guy again? He's going to do it to us again? And then how about the defense? Precious Achiuwa, Andre Drummond gets the rebound, doesn't go strong. If you're a big man, you got to go strong with that ball. Jalen Brunson gets fouled, so then the Knicks up 3. OG Anunoby off the cut gets a nice look at the basket because everyone was guarding Jalen Brunson, didn't want him to get the ball. And boy, was that a good win for the Knicks. Was not a well-played win, although the Knicks shot the ball well. But you'll take the win any way you can get it. 3-0 against the Philadelphia 76ers. Let me remind you of that, Bill Pito.
Knicks only took 19 threes. Now, no Cat. He can take a three, a handful of threes in a game. He obviously out with a sore knee, but they only took 19 threes, way below their average. You see the rest of the numbers. Knicks win points in the paint and the rebounding battle, which is all important to the Knicks under Tom Thibodeau. Alan Hahn, part of the broadcast crew tonight. As always, Alan, what did you think tonight?
Well, that second half, as I said to Mikal Bridges, it didn't need to be that hard, but it got that way because, number one, Nick Nurse and the junk defenses that he comes up with and finds ways to disrupt the game. And this Sixer team was definitely trying to end a losing streak and try to steal a win here. Turnovers were an issue. You know, Andy Greer, the assistant coach that I interviewed at halftime, that's the first thing he pointed out when I said about the second half. He said, we got to take care of the ball because this team will force turnovers. That really turned the game. 10 turnovers in the second half. But as Wally mentioned, it is incredible. We've almost gotten so used to it. When the game's on the line, Jalen Brunson is there, and he makes all the big plays and all the big buckets that you need to get that momentum back. And, of course, Precious Achiuwa with a big block. That was very important because with Ariel Hukporti out with the injury and then no Karl-Anthony Towns, the Knicks had to play a smaller lineup with Achiuwa at center at 6'8", and they were making sure they were playing a big lineup. So it really did take the whole team effort to get this win. It probably didn't have to, but after this weekend, you'll take it.
Alan, I'm just curious. There's something that's not right about this team, the way they're playing.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I'm wondering, and I mentioned this on the radio broadcast, do you think the team is possibly just looking forward to the return of Mitchell Robinson?
There's been so much talk about it and what Mitchell Robinson can bring to this team defensively. And in fact, I thought it was interesting giving Hukporti the start at center and what that looked like and how they were playing in the drop coverage and the pick and roll. And in the beginning of the game, everything looked really good. Defensively, they were very active. You started to see shot blocking and rim protection. And I was thinking to myself, this looks like what it's supposed to look like when Mitchell Robinson returns. I don't know if they're necessarily like waiting for that, if it's anticipation. I just think right now, you're right, Wally. Something is a little off with this team. The offense was easy in the first half, but when the Sixers turned it on and played harder in the second half, you just saw the Knicks get stagnant again and needed Jalen Brunson to save them.
Alan, another test against a top team at Memphis on Friday. We've talked about the litmus test, and obviously this past weekend was difficult. What do you expect on Friday, and how important is it for the Knicks to at least put forth a solid effort?
Very important, number one. Number two, let's not forget, when the Grizzlies were here, what happened? The Knicks put it to them. They embarrassed them in that game. They are very physical, and so you think Memphis is not going to remember that. They're also trying to stay where they are in the Western Conference. That's a tough building to play in Memphis. And so for the Knicks, it is another opportunity to try to answer the bell when it comes to one of the top teams in the NBA. But, first half, everything looked great. Loved the way Mikal Bridges was aggressive with his scoring, had 28 points, most of them in that first quarter. But you're going to need to see him continue to do that. You're going to need to see OG Anunoby keep raising his game to another level. And then, of course, we'll see the health issues with Karl-Anthony Towns in that knee. If he can be available, they're going to need him in that game.
All right, Alan, we'll talk to you on Friday night. You mentioned Bridges with the 28. 19 came in the first quarter, and OG Anunoby contributed 16 points.